think you'll be good.
Hey friends, how are you? Bob Rosenberg, once again with my good friend Dr. George Petruska. Hey George, how are you today?
I am great, actually, and it's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day, a little bit humid, so make sure you're keeping lots of water and electrolytes nearby
And
to
well hydrated.
stay hydrated and not let those electrolytes drop. But I need to say something to my doctor friends out there. And I think you guys know who I'm talking about, and some of your patients might relate also. But we're always preaching the message of health, but is knowing and doing one and the same? Are you living those habits of health, or are you just preaching them to your patients? And if you're just preaching them to your patients, how are you doing with your own health? And how are your patients doing? Are you a walking billboard of what you're telling them to do? And my friend George here, tell me about what life was like when you were about 50 pounds heavier and your hands were killing you.
That speaks for itself, actually, that statement, and there was a lot of truth to that. I had actually thought my chiropractic career was nearing an end, and I want to give a shout out to Greg Cook and David Seaman, and Bob is here with me, that they were instrumental in my transformation. And I had a lot of conversations with Gray and David, and Bob and I have been friends for a long time, and we talked a lot about it. And he just alluded to, are you preaching the lifestyle, or are you actually living the lifestyle and are an example of what you're preaching? And I made that transformation. I had dropped 42 pounds, and I did it last June. So it's been over a year. It's been a year and a few months, and I've been able to maintain my gains. I weighed myself today. I was 196,
Awesome.
which is excellent, and I take about 30 supplements a day, and I break it up to 4 times a day where I take about 7 or 8 supplements, and we're going to talk about some of those supplements
Right,
today.
right. Now, out of curiosity, I know your hands are feeling great,
No
and,
pain.
and I know you're enjoying your practice a lot more because your hands are feeling great. But how's your golf game, and how's your level of activity outside of the office?
Ironically, I had played golf Sunday with a good friend of mine, Terry, and I had not played in over 2 months. But because I believe in the healthy lifestyle, I played well, and I my swing was like mid-season form. The only place that my game was lacking was my chipping. And in order to be a good chipper, you have to practice and play a lot. But off the tee, I hit 17 out of 18 greens or fairways. I hit 11 greens in regulation. I had one birdie again, so I maintained my streak of every time I play at least having one or two birdies. I hit a par five and two, and I was so out of it from the heat that I actually thought I made par. I didn't even realize I was playing a par five. Terry had to tell me that I made birdie, that it was actually
Oh
a
my
par
God,
five.
birdie!
So, uh, but that's the importance of being hydrated and drinking water with lemon in it or lime or cucumbers, and I had a combination of that with electrolytes in it,
There you go.
and that's why I did not get heat exhaustion.
And you had a good game.
I had an absolutely a good game, and Terry did the same thing. And Terry played really well. I want to give a shout out to my friend Terry. I mean, he shot 400 par 68, which is an incredible round. And he chipped one in from the sand, chipped one in from just off the fringe,
Wow.
uh, and made two short putts on a par five and a par three to make four birdies, had no bogeys, hit every fairway, played the perfect game.
So, getting back to our initial conversation, creating wellness in your life and in the life of your patients, if you really want to make it simple, then obviously start with your own health, an anti-inflammatory diet, as George had mentioned, Dr. George, David Seaman, Deflame Diet.
Great cook.
Really good book for that if you want. And while you're at it, whether it's maintaining immune health, musculoskeletal pain and discomfort, no matter what it is you're looking to do, it all starts with what you're sticking in your mouth, whether it's hydrating properly or eating properly. But an anti-inflammatory diet is your best friend. And if you want to reduce the expression of inflammation, chronic and or acute, if you're dealing with patients that are coming in with acute situations, sprain, strain, whiplash, you really want to help them to get the inflammation load down. And the best way to do that, again, is through what they put in their mouth, anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle. And then George was going to mention some of the supplements that are beneficial as well.
I am going to do that, but before I do that, I'm going to tell you that David's books, including the Deflame Diet, are available on Amazon, and you can also download a digital version of any of those books or the paperback, whatever you want to do, but you can do a Kindle version. I, like Bob, have the actual books, and David, has been so nice to sign those books for me, like all my books in my library are compensation pieces, but I actually read them cover to cover. So let me talk about some of the different things. So the first thing I want to say, if you're going to live a lifestyle, one thing on a healthy lifestyle, one thing that's important is your nutritional foundations. This is a nice book by Anabolic Labs, and it has a lot of really good information in it.
Yeah, it's a really good patient education tool
about deflaming and disease and health, the basic plan for health. And you can see, like, there's a taco, for instance, and a Caesar salad and a fruit bowl. There's a lot of things that you can eat to stay healthy. Let me just show you a few more things. This is the Deflame Nutritional Pack. And once again, this is a really good way of getting you started through deflaming. And you need to have coaches like David and great cook to help you on the way, or Bob or I, we'd be glad to help you. And I'm going to just talk about two healthy, because we're talking about health today, healthy heart and bones, the importance of vitamin K2 and D3. Here's the brochure. And you can buy that product. You can contact Bob or I, and the sunshine vitamin D3, right, which is important in your immune health.
And two things quickly about that, George, because now we're starting to move away from the summer. We'll be into fall soon. The rays from the sun will not be directly overhead, and those UVB rays that help create that vitamin D are going to be quite a bit diminished. And as the kids are going back to school and sharing and caring with one another, you definitely want to help them to maintain the health of their immune system as well as your own immune system.
Well, here's the brochure for D3, which D3 is very important to take when you're trying to build your immune system, and you want to take that with vitamin C, and you want to take both C's. You want to take the natural and the synthetic C.
Right.
The natural C is what animals eat, or us being an animal, we eat, but unlike other animals, we cannot, artificially manufacture C, so we have to actually literally manufacture it, like companies like Anabolic Labs and Bob, and you need to take that. So the importance of that is you need to take it with a D3, and you have to have a complete C. That means the synthetic and the natural C, they work together to make that complete C, and they work with D3. They will facilitate, increase in circulation, soft tissue, rejuvenation, and they will help boost your immune system. So you need to have everything working in like a fine-tuned car. And once again, your overall health, to add to that, would be the Ultra K2D3. Important for your heart health. I mean, it's just like a car. You need to have a good motor.
Oh yeah, lots of good information there.
And then here's the last thing. Multiple vitamins, omega-3, vitamin D, magnesium, the essential nutritional pack.
That's a key.
It's an easy way to keep it simple to maintain, your basic overall health.
Yeah, Dr. Seaman did a really good job simplifying that between the flame pack helping you get your anti-inflammatory botanicals, along with some omega-3s and bioflavonoids, and then the essential pack to get your macro micro minerals, good levels of magnesium, and again vitamin D with some omega-3s. No need to overcomplicate this stuff, but reach out to George, reach out to myself. We're happy to be of service.
And let's talk about the deflame diet just a little bit. And I made a few modifications to it, and one of the modifications I made was I eliminated sugar. Sugar is crack to the body, and it causes you all type of joint pain. And
It
one
is
of the
evil.
reasons why I was able to play really well and shoot a 78 at a difficult course, I mean, that's only 6 over in case you're wondering, is because my hands felt good. You can't swing a golf club if your hands hurt, your shoulders hurt, your back hurts. It's just not going to happen. You're going to have a funky swing and you're just not going to play well. But because I eliminated sugar, I went on the deflate diet, I lost weight. I was able, even though I didn't play in over 2 months, to go out and swing like mid-season form.
So essentially, what you're saying is you stop the yo-yo dieting, you switch to a healthy lifestyle, and your body's paying you dividends.
Well, and here's a thought about that. A lot of people think, well, I'm eating fruits and vegetables and I'm eating a healthy lifestyle. But are you really?
Right.
That is the key. So, like some people will eat what they think is good for them. However, they have a genetic disposition to kidney stones, they have a family history of kidney stones, and they're eating the dark leafy vegetables, which is good for most people, but not for them.
Particularly uncooked.
Particularly because it'll precipitate the kidney stone formation. Another example of what I'm talking about, what a lot of people will do, is they won't eat to their blood type. And, you can look up on the internet, what diets they recommend to your blood type, and then you can gear that toward the deflame diet. Like, for instance, I'm a B negative blood type, so I should be eating red and white meat, but not overdo it, obviously.
Right.
And so, but I should be eating some chicken, some pork, maybe a steak here or there. And that'll be good for me. But let's say somebody that is an O positive or O negative blood type, they should be more vegetarian and eating that type of diet. They're more of the hunter gatherer, and that's one of the oldest blood types around.
Right.
The B negative blood type's only been around for a few hundred years, and they are the meat eaters, along with the B positive, which can eat white meat, of the blood types. And you should really eat to your blood type. And the last thing I want to say about that is you should make your diet alkaline based. There are a lot of things you can do to do that, like you can drink water with the lemon in, which serves dual purpose. It makes you alkaline. It hydrates you. You can put electrolytes in there. You can mix lemon, lime, cucumbers together with some electrolytes. Hydrolyze yourself, but more importantly, make yourself alkaline based and eat the foods alkaline based. So, in summary, you should follow the deflame diet, make some modifications, eliminate sugar and gluten with minimal dairy, and take that diet and eat to your blood type and make it alkaline based.
That's lots of really good information there. And I got to tell you, if all you do, nothing else, just hydrate appropriately, concentrate on vegetation and animals that eat vegetation, you will accomplish over 90% of what we're talking about doing that and nothing else. However, having appropriate supplementation above and beyond that will give you some additional insurance.
And another thought about living a healthy lifestyle is movement. Movement is good. I'm board certified in rehab, board certified in nutrition, board certified in sports. And I used to teach the 100-hour sports program. I haven't done that in a long time, but I do currently teach nutrition and rehab with my partner, Jerry Simon. I teach rehab, and we have an upcoming program. But it's important to move. Movement is key to anything you do. If you talk to any of the experts out there, Greg Cook, Craig Levinson, Stuart McGill, they're going to tell you all about movement. Movement is the key. So if you want a healthy lifestyle, you have to include movement. Get out there in the evening and go for a walk, go for a bike ride, do whatever you can do. But before you do anything, make sure you can physically are able to do it. Go see your physician and have them give you clearance to do whatever it is you want to do.
And don't wait to do what I do, where I'm really feeling it before I say, hey, George, I can use a really good adjustment. And he says, Bob, you should have come in to see me last week. What are you doing waiting till this week to come see me?
And a lot of people will do that. And my advice there is, once again, if you take a day off, you're going to have an off day. That's one of my sayings. And one of my favorite sayings is by Nike, just do it.
Just do it. Well, anyway, George, we've already chewed up a bunch of time here. Love chatting nutrition and exercise and wellness concepts with you, and to be continued.
And we try to give you the universal picture, and I hope you understand this and appreciate it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact Bob or myself. We'd be glad to help you. So once again, we'll be back, and have a great day.
Awesome, George. Let me turn this off, and always good to connect with you guys.